All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the show Recap with Mo. Just for a brief second, we're going to discuss this trailer for tonight's episode, Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 5, Episode 21, A Vicious Cycle, right? So, the synopsis for tonight's episode says, an unforeseen visit from an old friend sparks up questions Fatima has to address. We'll see. And then it says Karen has her doubts about Aaron after seeing him in a different light. And we've already suspected something wasn't right with old boy. So let's go ahead and jump into this very quickly and go ahead and get out your hair for this afternoon. So the first thing that we see is Zach and this mystery man. He's already given his name a little bit, but we still don't really know who old boy is. And Zach is like, in this scene, he's like, I didn't know that she had a kid. We didn't know she had a kid. We didn't know she had a kid either. But I don't really think that's Fatima's child. I'm just be real. I'm just thinking in the back of my head, what mother would leave her child, and that child doesn't exist. But I also realize that we live in a whole type of different world right now where women do that nowadays. So I just can't see Fatima doing that, though. She seems like she keeps her business pretty straight. I'm thinking that this has something to do with old girl who's trying to, actually take old boy to court, Zach to court to get, some of his money. So I think this has something to do with Hayden and the stripper girl. So I believe her name is Heather. So that's who I think that has something to do with, but I could be wrong. The second thing we see is Q Preston at the airport with Danny. So Q is asking if Preston is bothering Danny, and I'm like, oh boy, like, man, both of y'all need to get up out the picture. I don't understand what Preston is doing at the airport. I thought he was done with Danny. And now all of a sudden he's back, like he's begging again. He's like really an old country boy, cowboy. Because, on them country songs, I just can't get away. That nigga just won't get away, bruh. He's always coming back, man. Like, what in the world? But, and then Q, like, do you really think that Danny is interested in even talking to you right now and you just come out of nowhere? Like, what are you doing? And look, man, I'm going to get off of this, man, because this is really irritating me to even see Tyler Perry continuously holding these two characters on this show, period. They really don't have a storyline unless they're going to do something different. Maybe that's what he's going to do. And I haven't even been watching this show super long, but I don't know what Tyler Perry is doing with, holding these two characters on this show. I'm just being dead serious. So maybe he'll do a flip tonight. Who knows? The third thing is Sabrina telling the girls to meet at Danny's house. And now this was interesting to me because I thought that she had already left from, Danny's house, conveyed this information to the girls, and the girls were like, okay, we'll meet, and we'll have this whole little kumbaya with Danny and get her right, you know what I'm saying? But did Danny go back to the crib with Danny, or did they go somewhere else together where she was able to be seen by Sabrina? Or did Q, knowing the type of nigga he is, did he, take Danny to force her to do what he wanted her to do? I mean, shit, he already know where she lives. So maybe that's what's going down in this episode, man. So I'm not sure. I was a little lost initially about this whole situation, but I was just assuming maybe it gets a little bit darker, possibly to what I thought it could have possibly been the first go round. So we'll see. The next thing we see is Andy and Gary. I'm a little bit over that as well. I'm tired of her playing games with both Gary and Robin. I think at this point, she just needs to let both of them go, do her, find a nigga that really loves her, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And stop playing these games with folks and stop focusing on people that can just buy you shit. You know what I'm saying? Focus on somebody that's really going to get to know you and want you for you and you want them for them. Like, forget all the superficial stuff, right? And we'll talk about that a little bit later when I do my review. But I'm pretty much over this relationship as well. So hopefully he does that one tonight. But I know with Tyler Perry, he's not. We next see Hayden and Heather. She states that all she wants is the money. So I'm like, what in the world? Now she has different clothes on in this trailer, so I'm assuming she's came back up to the law office to really talk about, what's going down, or something has possibly transpired that made her come up there and she's feeling a little bit iffy, or old boy who came to Zach's house, maybe he's blown it up. He's blown up the spot, and she's like, this man done messed it up. All I want is the money before it goes down wrong. I'm just trying to get some cake, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get some bread. So maybe that's what that is, man. I'm not sure, but Hayden doesn't look too sure, you know what I'm saying? But he's saying, yeah, I got you. But he doesn't look his confident self at that point. I'm thinking that's possibly what it is, but shit, I don't know. I don't know, man, but I'm thinking that's possibly what it is. And then we got Sabrina and Calvin again. Now, either these niggas gonna bone and get it on, or they're gonna leave each other alone. I like the way that rhyme, man. Either they gonna bone and get it on, or they're gonna leave each other alone, man. Look, this man sitting here trying to support old girl, man. And old girl is sitting here, and we see this scene there sitting back, and it looks like they're waiting on Maurice to be released. And Calvin is like, maybe your African, prince didn't do what he said he was going to do, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, what's taking so long? I'm not sure, man. I'm still skeptical about, oh boy, I don't know anybody that is willing to give somebody $1.5 million and not ask for nothing in return. And Sabrina is acting crazy, man, if she don't think old boy wants something from her, or more than that. Maybe that nigga try to take her back to Africa, man. So we'll see. Next we got Aaron and the mystery girl. Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. This look interesting in a month. I don't know who old girl is. She came out of nowhere. She talking about, hey, John. That man talking about, hey, quit calling me John. Now, is this a mistaken identity? But the way this lady is responding, the way this young lady is responding to him, she seems to know him. I don't know if it's a mistaken identity or not, but I'm just saying the way she's approaching old boy, and she's putting her hands on Aaron, and the nosy co-workers are inside the salon looking, old girl, the one that does no work. She's always in everybody's business. I can't even think of her name right now, but she's all in it. So I'm interested to see how that turns out, right? And then for the last part, you got the whole situation with Fatima and Zach, where Zach is asking Fatima, hey, do I know every single thing about your past? And of course, we don't get that reaction. But like I stated before, I honestly believe that that's not Fatima's baby's father. I think that she's it's just hard for me to believe that Fatima has a baby out there in the world and she just got it on the back burner. She hasn't conveyed that to Zach because she's been giving Zach complete hell, man, this whole time. So, give me your thoughts on it. The episode is getting ready to come on shortly, so sorry I couldn't get this up quicker. I'm going to do a lot better with that. Tell a friend about this channel, and get into the discussion, man. Until then, we'll talk later on. Probably sometimes tomorrow I'll have the video up uploaded with my review on tonight's episode. Also, the next episode that I got coming up is Power Book 2 Ghost. We're going to get into that discussion. So, talk to you guys later. Peace.